A lot of women that you, in this society that you think you're into, man, that's because you've been conditioned to be into those women, man, from the TV and all the programs you like. Going to these different countries or places where you get different cultures in there, man. That's when you get some proper women out there, man. And that's when you realise, man, the Most High's got women already kept and preserved for men's out there, and they're actually women, man, not beasts that you got out here, man. Alright?
But at the end of the day, man, all the women that we're going to deal with, I don't really give a fuck where they're from and what they're doing right now. That's the spirit I'm in. Okay? The spirit I'm in is I don't really give a fuck where they at, what the fuck they're doing, who they with. I don't give a fuck about all of them. This is what I know. The Lord, if I'm of the elect, the Lord have a number of women that is for me that's already signed, sealed, and delivered. So I don't really give a fuck. Right now, I gotta give diligence to make my calling and election sure. I don't give a fuck if they come in, if they're 2 of them in Africa, 20 of them in China. I don't give a fuck where they are. I don't care what the job they're doing right now. I don't care what language they're speaking. I don't give a fuck. What does it matter? I don't care how short they are, how tall they are. I don't give a fuck. I don't even need to know them. I don't want to know them. That's the spirit I'm in, man. I'll know them when the time is right, man. Hey, this is Isaiah 4:1. These guys make women, this thing about women, this thing ain't about women. This thing really, because women ain't gonna save you, man. You gonna save women. Women ain't gonna save you, man. Get it right. Get your priorities in the right form.
It's Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
The women are going to be begging to be with us, man, because we're going to be that meal ticket, man. We're going to be got guards out here, man. So what's your problem? But the law is important, because get Isaiah the 2nd chapter, man.
Are they righteous? Are they righteous? Wait, hold on. Are they righteous?
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 2 verse 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. And we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
So you guys might think that this rape thing was a light thing, right? To us it's a light thing. But guess what, man? Are we not being prepared to be judges over the nations? So what's going to happen if in the kingdom a Moabite man takes hold of a Moabite woman which is unbetrothed? How are you going to judge that situation? You going to kill him? But guess what? You be breaking the law, you dummy. That's not lawful, dummy. We going to judge according to the law. So even if we ain't going to be doing it, that's why that is in there, to judge that situation in righteousness, man. Because the heathens... You know?
That's the Old Testament. Yeah, I know.
You don't know what you want. I can tell you, and I can tell you everything from the Leviticus, from the Rashid down to week. I can tell you. No, I just give you like 22.
So really, it's important, and we know that now. So we can judge on that matter.
Yep.
They can't. They'll be going off. But they got to make it about, like you said, what if you do? Listen, the law is that one of them things you don't have to do it. The law says you can eat chicken. You don't have to eat chicken, God damn it. Some of us might not like chicken, but you gotta look at that brother sideways.
The scripture says, man, John the Baptist used to eat locusts, man. Locusts is not saying
brothers
for
don't eat no
everybody,
locusts, man.
I'm saying. But that was his thing, and that's the situation he was in. You know, of which you might need that knowledge of the scriptures when you get out there in the wilderness, man. You're gonna need to know what you can eat, what you can't eat. So,
It's knowledge. Okay, something for you to know in case something should arise, man. Okay, there's ways to deal with certain matters, and obviously that's why the law is important, man. So you can judge the righteous out of the situation.
And the judge is not supposed to judge based upon emotions.
That's right.
That shows you guys are not of the elect. You failed, man. Because the Lord's raising up judges. Judges, not emotional motherfuckers who are going to be swayed by the feelings of the people or the feelings of his woman, which that was false. That's how Saul lost the kingdom, man, because he basically took onto the feelings of the people instead of the Lord, the Heavenly Father. All right. Hey, where was he? Matthew 11 and 8.
It's Matthew chapter 11. No, verse 6.
Verse 8.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 8. But what went ye out?
Sorry, 6. Okay, I don't know why I said that.
Matthew 11, verse 6. And blessed is he who shall not be offended in me. So let me read that again. I didn't sound right when I read that. So blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
Break it down. Read that again.
Matthew 11, verse 6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me.
Right, because you got things that the Most High set forth, man, as a stumbling block that the brother was getting into, man. All right, and those have been set up as a block of offence. All right, it's gonna be a blessing to get over those offences, those stumbling blocks. Right, that's going back into the book of Isaiah, the 6th chapter, and the 9th verse, where it talks about set up a snare for them and all of that, man. All right, and then you got these guys get emotional about certain things, man. The way the prophets come and how rough they are. Those are all stumbling blocks, man. Right?
Because that was Yahushua speaking, man. And Yahushua is the word, man. So he's all these scriptures, man. Okay, so you can't really be offended. You can't be nitpicky seeing certain scriptures, man, and having your own view and opinion on them. Okay, you can't be doing that, man. Because really you're offended by that scripture then. We don't get offended by these scriptures, man. We don't get offended by anything the Lord says, man. Okay, we're 100%. We're 100% with the word, man. Okay, we don't offend us, man.
Go on, bro. Carry on, bro.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, man. So that's the problem you got, man. You really, you hate us, but you hate the word, man. You hate the truth, man. That's all we have been telling you, man. Is the truth. Okay. What was written is simply what was read. Okay, the whole rape thing, that's in the scriptures, man. It's not something. It's not a doctrine that came out of nowhere. It's contained in the scriptures. But you don't agree with it because it offends you, man. Okay? It hurts your emotions, man. You don't agree with it. Okay, well then you don't agree with Yahushua then. Okay, and that just proves it, man. You ain't with Yahushua, man. You never was with Yahushua. Okay, the whole table has been made a snare unto you, man. Okay, and the truth ain't in you, man. The light ain't in you. Okay? Anything else? No?
Yeah, I was gonna get it, man. Hold on, I'm still looking for it, man. Okay. Go on, you can carry on if you got something there.
Right.
When the real Israelites of the Bible were still under the curse of when the Most High restores us back to their
I'm gonna read this, man, because this is indirectly to blame, right? Because you guys got the emotional women, man. Okay, that's what it is. You're playing a judge. You got a viewpoint. You're acting like you're the woman that's being raped.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You acting like you're the bitch that's being raped.
Sorry, bro. It's heavy. You just said that, man. When was the last video you seen a woman complaining about the elders talking about the rape and shit?
That's right.
These niggas. It's never been. It's no such thing.
That's right.
No, you got the viewpoint of a woman in your mind, right? Because that's the viewpoint a woman has, right? It says, as for my people, Isaiah 3 verse 12, it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. You're so worried about, what the black woman thinks, or what all these women think and shit, that you think you have to defend them at every moment. But the brother just mentioned that these women are not even complaining about,
And even if they are, fuck them. And even if they are so fucking... Hey, you know what, man?
more bitches than the bitches
Listen,
are,
man.
man.
You know what? This is what I'm telling you about these women, man. That's why I said I'm not fucking concerned, man. That's right. Listen, man. When we get into our kingdom, these women are gonna be in order. I'm not concerned about what a woman likes or does not like or her opinion. Fuck all that, man. I'm past all that shit, man. Oh, so she don't like it? Well, guess what? She gonna have to like it. She's gonna like it. Because when the kingdom comes, she ain't gonna buck up. She's either gonna be put to death or she ain't gonna be put to death. And if she survives, she ain't gonna be in the kingdom talking the shit. So you niggas are worried about these women. No, these women you're worried about, they gonna make it and you gonna be dead. Because you ain't got an excuse, man. Because your job is to be a judge, and you fucked up. We'll get the book of Matthew 7 and because see, man, beginning with the apostles, man, and all the and on down the brothers out there that are teaching the true gospel of Yahweh Shai, man. These lessons that we're doing is spiritual food, right? Now we do all kind of lessons, man. That's why it's a parable, man. That's why the Lord said He was the bread of life, man. You gotta understand that you got the milk, desiring the sincere milk of the word. Don't you know that a baby, man, a human being needs nutrition, man? Different nutrients and vitamins and otherwise what? To help grow. The body gets fucked up. Like if you don't get a certain amount of calcium and other vitamins when you're growing up, you get what? Weak bones. So you get into an altercation with a hard object and you break your leg. Now if you were fed properly, chances are your leg wouldn't have broken. Well, that's the same thing with this truth. That's why it goes back into what we were saying, man. When you don't take heed to the words that we're speaking, and that's everything we're speaking. That's why the Lord said, blessed is he that is not offended in me. Because you might be able, I bet you get guys coming to camp, I hear that. Then you say another thing, nah man, I can't get it. Well, guess what? That was a stumbling block onto him, man. He got offended, man. He couldn't eat it. So when that time comes, he ain't gonna be defended. He ain't gonna have the full armor of the Lord, man. That's right. You got the Lord is out there teaching, faith coming through hearing of the words. But it's different things you're gonna learn. Brothers ain't gonna do a video on one thing. This truth is vast, but you have to eat the whole book. Now, Scripture said, Matthew 7 and 26. Hey, you know what? Let me get up above that, man, because Yahweh Shai, man, he was going in. For real. That's right. Matthew 7 and 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, the sayings, not just one thing. The Lord didn't say, oh, if you believe or you hear one thing I said, you're going to be all right. He said that heareth the sayings, meaning everything the Lord was saying, because the Lord didn't just say one thing. Just like we don't just go into one thing, we go into many things. So that includes the rape thing. Okay? It says, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended. What does the rain represent? The suffering, which the main suffering, going full circle again, goes back to the hour of temptation. The rain descended and floods came and the winds blew and beat upon that house and it fell not, for it was founded upon rock. When you come into this truth, man, the Lord feeds you, man, through his men, beginning with the apostles, and he grows you, man. You ain't gonna be the same man. Okay? You look disgusting.
That's right.
No, she did. She really did.
Yeah, she actually did.
You ain't, basically, you ain't gonna be the same man. If you've been in the truth for 5 years, you ain't gonna be the same man you was when you first came in the truth. Spiritually. 7 years, 8 years, no matter what, how long it is you've been in this truth, you're always gonna advance, man. But it's really the Lord advancing you. The Lord's going to put you through certain tribulations. Main thing is the apostles is both. It's experience, but also the hearing of the word. The apostles and the other brothers, wherever you're learning from, they're going to teach you that word. You're going to hear it, but then the Lord's going to always keep opening it up to you, man. Okay, and certain things you're going to go through, you might have to learn the hard way. Then you remember something the apostles said, you're like, oh man. But that it didn't destroy you, it made you stronger. In this truth, you're going to go from faith to faith, which is actually strength to strength. Okay? That's why we got to be out here consistently teaching this word and feeding the flock. Because you don't feed the flock, they become malnourished, they become weak. Hey, winter is a hard time, right? What happens when you watch some animal programs? They say the bears don't eat enough in the summer. when winter comes, they die because they weren't nourished. They weren't prepared. It's the same principle. Parable.
That winter's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, because you're not going to have it to where the elders, you're going to have access to YouTube or anything like that to top yourself nourishment. When Esau's going to come down hard on you, so you got to take up all of that nutrients in the hope that when Esau comes down hard on you, you've built up enough stability to where it's not going to be a problem to you.
Foundation.
You're founded, yeah.
And a lot of that foundation does come through suffering, man. Because the more you suffer, the more you basically disconnect yourself from this world. You're either going to do two things. You're either going to go one way or another. That's what it tells you. Get Matthew the 13th chapter. The seed, the sower, real quick. You're either going to do one thing. Jump to the one that the seeds sown on stony places. The sufferation, you can either learn from it and spiritually grow, or you can be destroyed by it, man. And guess what? If you learn from it, bless Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. No matter what you go through, no matter what tribulation you go through, if there comes a time where you reflect upon it, man, and you learn from it, man, and you grow from it, praise Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because it could have been something else. You could have not learned from it, and that could have been a stumbling block onto your salvation, man. So when you reflect on things, and you do that a lot, you reflect on things like, damn, man, I shouldn't have done it like that, or I shouldn't have done something like that. That's the Spirit of the Lord. You gotta praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for that, man, because that means the Lord is working with your mind to adapt, man, to grow. The Lord will have certain things happen to you, might be with your woman or a woman or at work, and it's, you know, shit go down, whatever it is, or even it could be something among the brotherhood. But if you get over it and you learn from it, man, you become a better person for it, you know, so to speak. That's a world term, but you grow in faith and you grow in. Sometimes you go through things and at the end of it, while you're going through it, you know, but then when you get out the end of it, you're like, man, you look reflecting, you're like, man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai was with me on that, man. And that grows your faith. Now, if you never went through that sufferation, that small sufferation, it wouldn't have built your faith up, man. If you just had everything easy, man, you're not gonna be built. You're not gonna learn, man. Sometimes you gotta learn. It's like a boxer. When they go in the ring, sometimes you learn more when you get in there with a guy and he fucks you up. But you got back up. And you're like, oh shit, you know. But if you just went in there and it was easy work, then when you really get in the ring with a real guy, you just gonna get blown out of there, man. Because you had the experience of facing that hardship or that suffering, man, to build you up.
Okay, this quickly. This is Proverbs 24, verse 16. So, for a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, the wicked shall fall into mischief. Okay, the Lord don't send you tribulation your way to break you, man, if you're of the elect, man.
That's right.
Okay, he don't send nothing more than you can cope with.
It says that. It says, I know more than you can bear.
Yeah, that's right. So they're not sent to break you. Okay, but it's sent to make you harder, to harden you. Okay, so that you'll maybe have to endure in the last time, at the end. You know, so you can actually make it, man. Okay, but if you're of the wicked, man, you're going to give in, you're going to break there and then, and you're going to go back into the world and continue doing that same...
Like that nigga Sakari, man. When it went down, what happened, the Lord didn't actually give him the opportunity to reflect on what's going on and appraise it in proper judgment. Even up, he's had enough times where he could. I ain't really deal with that right now. But he ain't doing that because the Lord ain't dealing with him. If the Lord was dealing with him, he would have like, damn, you know what, man? This has happened to me. Let me analyze what's really going on here. Yeah, man, what the apostles are saying is right, man. Hey, I was going off. Let me learn from that so I don't do it again. Nah, he's going full on headlong, man. He's falling downstairs now.
But that's the pride driving it, man. Because we don't want to acknowledge, he ain't acknowledging that, man. He ain't thinking in the wrong. He don't want to sit there and think long enough to think about what has just happened in a spiritual sense, man. Okay, he's just going headlong, like brother's saying, and thinking that he right.
So he ain't spiritual, he's carnal. A spiritual man will always reflect on things, meditate on things, man. And then the Lord is going to allow him, the end, basically, if you're a man of the Lord, no matter what you go through in your life, it's going to be for the betterment of you, to build you up. When you get broken down, when you get built back up, you're going to be stronger. If you're a man of the Lord. If not, Hey, get the scripture.
Fine.
Hey, that's why you got Tyson Fury, man. Hey, see, that's the spirit of the Lord, man. Tyson Fury, he compared David Price to Vladimir Klitschko. Now he said Vladimir Klitschko wanted it, so he got badly knocked out 3 times early in his career, but then he went on to be a world champion. And you know, he's still a world champion today. David Price he never went in there with nobody. So he was knocking guys out, everything was all good. Then the first time he went in there with someone experienced, it was too soon, got knocked out, but he didn't come back stronger. He came back a broken man. So he got knocked out again. Then he didn't come back stronger. Then he got knocked out again. He said it's not about losing, because you're going to lose at times. It's how you come back from that, man. How you learn. How you improve. And that's what this truth is all about. Improving on that journey towards perfection. We're on a journey to perfection, and the end of our perfection is going to be Yahweh Shai when he comes. But you're on that journey now, man. So if you're still the same person you are like 5 years ago spiritually, you got to check yourself, find out why isn't it that the Lord ain't putting you things and you ain't learning, man. Why aren't you being built up, man? Because it's like the apostles. That's because the apostles have been built up more than any of us.
Right.
Because of why? The experiences they've gone through. They've lived the scriptures more. The Lord's, because this whole thing is a giant lesson. The longer you've been in class, the more you're going to know. They've seen it over and over again, and the Lord's compounded it, man.
Their foundations are deeper.
They're deeper, man. Their roots. And that's something that we can't get firsthand. Certain things we're going to learn, but the level of experience they have, we ain't going to get. But that's why the Lord ain't going to put us through the same trials as heavy as them. The Lord's going to do what it is for your particular level that you're on. But no matter what level you're on, the Lord's going to be building you up.
Well, Scripture says knowledge shall be increased in the latter times. When the elders will come in, when first came out, you can have the information, access to information like you're doing, man. You can learn a lot of scriptures in a very short amount of time, and which is, not the elders couldn't do that because they didn't have computers or anything like that. But you can't learn experience, man. All right.
What was I saying, man? You know what Scripture tells you, man? We should be quick of understanding, man. Because we're being fed, relatively quick compared to the elders, man. But their foundation, like I said, the foundation's got a lot deeper, man.
Well, because
we have to go through this
when you break it down, so they're gonna go off on this, but guess what? Because in a way, they're like which Yahweh Shai is the cornerstone and the main foundation, but then you got foundations above that. If you see, they're gonna say I'm using that term, but you know what I mean. Meaning they're the heads, so they are like a foundation, man, because they're set up like that, man, to be the heads. Which Yahweh Shai is obviously ultimately the head over them. He's the ultimate foundation, the perfection of it. But the apostles, man, they paid the cost to be the boss, man. They've been through decades of trials and tribulations and training to be the elders. If you ain't been trained up to be an elder, you can't be an elder. We're being trained up to be leaders, but we're still going through that process, man. Hey, what was your Matthew 13? Let's get that.
He should be stoned. And that's because of his disobedience. So how much more you fucking
just to back up the point that you just made, right? It's Ephesians chapter 2, verse 20. I just want to read up one. Right, this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19. It says, now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of God, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahweh Shai Christ himself being the chief cornerstone.
It's the point you speak.
I thought this out the other day, man.
Hey, you see, so you guys can't
say that.
worshiping the elders, no, but they paid the cost to be the boss, man. Like I said, that year 2000 thing, I don't want to be back there, man. Cause I don't know
What side of the line fell up?
I'm not going to be proud. Yep, I would have carried on teaching.
There's a reason why we weren't
Hey,
there then.
you had all kind of things that happened between now and 2011. You had Twin Towers. You had the economic boom. You could have, man.
Hey, but that year 2000 thing, a lot of guys fell off from
That's what I'm
that.
saying. If that didn't come to pass, man, you could have got caught out in any one of those things, man.
Yeah, can't. So, and we can't go back and get that experience that they had, man, to build their faith up, man. But then they can be in the position they are, man, to exhort the younger brethren, man. They paid the cost to be where they are, man. They didn't just become the apostles by sitting on their ass, nothing ain't happening 35 years, you know? They've been through tribulations and trials, man. Veterans, man. Come on, man.
So Revelations
This ain't no cult or personality thing, man. We don't call them the apostles just because it's just a terminology. You know, we call them the apostles because they are the apostles, man, and the elders, man. They put in that work, man. Not because a guy just got grey hairs, you know. They done been through it, man.
So was it Matthew's?
Matthew 13 at the stony places.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Matthew chapter 13, verse 5. It says some fell.
Right, jump down to when the Lord broke it down. We'll let the Lord break it down. Hey man, when you teach the word, man, that's the only time you really feel alive anyway, man. That's right. The other day I had to watch some TV, man, and I really wanted to kill myself, man. I'm even joking, man. I had to go buy 2 beers and it still didn't help, man. How can you not want to teach this word, man? This word is alive, man. It's beautiful, man. It's life. It's energy. It's not a burden, man. This truth ain't a burden. This world is the burden. Truth is easy, man. It's beautiful, man. Getting a record deal and having a so-called Jew ram his dick in your mouth, bust a nut in your nose, that's fucking hard to me. Go on, man.
It's Matthew chapter 13, verse 19. It says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is which received seed by the wayside.
I wanted a stony place.
Yeah. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet have he not root in himself.
Great, he ain't built up. The Lord didn't build him up, man. He didn't have a foundation in this thing. The word wasn't the center point of him. It was just something he liked. It was outside of him. It wasn't within him. And that's what Tyson, I ain't gonna lie, it was a spiritual interview, man. Because that's what he said about David Price. He said, look, if you're boxing and the boxing ain't really in you to do it, when you go through that tribulation, like David Price, when he got knocked out for the first time, there's nothing telling him to carry on. Because he was just in it for the praise of people and that. He wasn't in it because but he goes, a guy like Klitschko, the boxing was in him. So when he got knocked down, he got back up and carried on boxing, man. And, you know, persevered. Because it was part of him. But that's how you got, if you're in this word, man, if this word is really within you, then there's nothing else for you anyway. So no matter what comes in your way, you're going to persevere, man. Because this is all you got. There ain't no exit. Oh, I'm just going to go back into the world. Hell to the fucking no. What am I going to do? Stop teaching? Oh, it's cold in winter. So what am I going to do then? What am I going to do? Snuggle up with my woman, man? Oh, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? This is all we got. Because this is at the center of our minds. This is on our minds all the time. We ain't faking it.
Don't switch off.
Our minds ain't on other things and then periodically comes back to the truth. Our minds are on the truth and then periodically it goes somewhere else. And you might watch, act like I was watching that Tyson Fury boxing, but guess what? I'm watching it and my mind still went back to that I'm here now to bring it out.
Yeah.
And that was a spiritual interview, man. A lot of the, hey, that I could come out now and make that comparison. David Price and Vladimir Klitschko.
They show you that in the film that just came out, Southpaw. You know, pretty much he lost his whole life, broke down, and lost his friends and all of that. But the boxer was in him, man. The minute he lost all of that, he went back to his natural state, which is that boxing.
That's right, man.
So verse 21 again. Yet he hath not rooted himself, but draweth for a while.
He enjoyed it for a while, man. It's like a game to him. It's like a lot of these guys that are joining these other camps, that's their spirit, man. Go on.
For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended.
He's gonna fit, and a lot of you guys, when you start getting deemed a terrorist, you're gonna put the garments away. Oh, I ain't no terrorist. Man's coming, put guns to your kids. No, wait, no. We ain't with that Israelite stuff. We Christians. That's when it's gonna hit you. And in that moment, you're gonna realize, oh shit, man, I ain't really about this, man. Because you straight up, the word weren't really what you was about then. You was about saving your own skin. Whereas us, man, we prepared, man, for the spirit of the Lord, man. You put a gun to my children. Man, do what the fuck you want to do, man. I'm going to get my children back. Planets, nigga.
Well, that's it, man. We put ourselves out here on the firing line, man. You know, because any time anything could happen. You know what I mean? Yes, we all seeking salvation, and yes, some people could get killed and whatever, man, but hey, that's part and parcel of the truth, man.
This is the most secure way of, this is your contingency plan, man.
Oh.
This is the only secure contingency plan.
It's the only way.
Oh, the scriptures speak about that wicked servant. But he was wise. Where he said he sold, basically he knew that his master was going to fire him, so he made way with another master. And that's what we're doing. We know that this world is going to go down, so we're making a way for the new world. But these guys, they're trying to still make it in this world, man. Is that on that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is back in Matthew, the 7th chapter and 26. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Man, you're going to go from being an Israelite to just being a nigga real quick. Right now, you like Most High in Christ, man. Hey, my name is Jacob, all that, you know, whatever.
I ain't never been a
all that shit. Then the martial law troops come through.
Hey, I don't know what Israelite is.
Yo, what up, son?